Hi, good evening, YouTube. This is Jeff J Mac talking here. Um, Today was a big day in the NBA. Uh, well, before I go, please forgive my condition right now. I'm a little under the weather. Um, Anyhow, today is a big day. It was a big day in the NBA. James Harden got traded. James Harden got traded not to any team. James Harden got traded to the Brooklyn Nets. Now, he left the Rockets to go to the Brooklyn Nets. Now he's playing alongside Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. But at what cost? At what cost? I mean, can the Brooklyn Nets win a championship? That's another question in itself, but at what cost? That's the main question. Today, earlier today, the Brooklyn Nets traded away Karis LeVert, a player that they drafted, a player that they developed. Now they traded him away to the Indiana Pacers. Also, uh, the Nets, Indiana Pacers traded away Victor Oladipo to the Houston Rockets. He's on an expiring contract right now, and he's going to be playing for the Houston Rockets. They want to see if that's going to be a player that they're going to be able to utilize, give him a renewal contract at the end of the season. Let's see what happens with that. Another shocking loss was that the Brooklyn Nets traded away another draft player that they had developed, Jared Allen, one of the best upcoming centers in the NBA. There was a little issue between him and DeAndre Jordan. Frankly, Jared Allen was supposed to be starting over DeAndre Jordan, but politics made sure DeAndre Jordan was able to start ahead of Jared Allen. But now I guess the headache is out. It's done. They got rid of their talented center, and they sent him to the Cavs, which was crazy. And I just couldn't believe what well like the Nets really. And you think that's it? The Nets did way more. The Nets um basically got rid of so many of their good players and draft picks and their future. In fact, this is what the Nets did. The Nets basically gave the Rockets their three unprotected first round picks, one in 2022, one in 2024, one in 2026 in the first round, unprotected first round picks. Ridiculous. And then, oh, it doesn't stop there. They also swap picks in 2021, 2023, 2025, and 2027. It's like, wait a minute. This is kind of sound like deja vu in a second, for a second. Because I remember back in 2013, the Brooklyn Nets did the exact same thing with the Boston Celtics, basically mortgaged their whole future for Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett and Jason Terry. And yeah, they were successful for what, 2 years? After 2015, they were downhill. They had cap space, but no one didn't want to come to Brooklyn. It took the Brooklyn Nets years before they finally got back to playoff contention and get garnering the respect of the league. Now, guess what? They've done it again, but this time they got KD, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden. And now you gotta hope. New owner John Tosh gotta hope, and general manager Sean Marks gotta hope that these guys come together and they win quickly. Right now, Kyrie Irving is on personal leave. Whatever his situation is, no one doesn't know what's going on. That's his personal business. But as of now, with the state of the Nets, tonight they were playing the Knicks. We don't know what's going to happen. They mortgaged their whole future. They basically disabled their bench. Right now, Vegas has them number two to win the championship, behind the Los Angeles Lakers. What does James Harden bring to the Brooklyn Nets? I don't know. Is it going to be a successful run? We don't know. I have no idea. Right now, Victor Oladipo got a second run in the Houston Rockets. He's gonna have to try to prove himself out in Houston, playing alongside John Wall and Cousins out there. See what happens with that. But right now, the focus is on the Brooklyn Nets. They basically mortgaged their future for James Harden. And um, bro, right now with because of the pandemic, nobody can come to the arena to be like, oh man, this is three elite players on the same court at the same time. Wow, this is crazy. Brooklyn really did this, but they watch it from home and stuff like that. We don't know. Right now, we don't know if Brooklyn Nets will go to the NBA Finals. If they get to the NBA Finals, can they beat LeBron James and Anthony Davis for the NBA championship? We don't know. We don't know what the basketball landscape is going to look like by June. Well, when how fast is the vaccine going to spread? How many people are going to get vaccinated? We have no idea. We have no idea what's going to happen. But looking at this right now, the Brooklyn Nets made a big blockbuster trade, a four-team trade. They basically mortgaged their future. And for James Harden wanted to come to Brooklyn. It wasn't. It wasn't a well-kept secret, and he made it clear that he wanted to play with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving and DeAndre Jordan. So, with this move, he was able to. It took a long while, but he was able to get his wish, but at the expense of the Brooklyn Nets mortgage in their future. You tell me, what do you think about this trade? Do you think this trade is really worth it? Do you think this trade of mortgaging your future really worth it for this team to go for an NBA title with James Harden in his prime? A lot of skeptics will say, yeah, hell yeah, go for it. I'm looking at it right now. All I'm feeling is a sense of deja vu. But you know what? I don't want nothing negative to come about this. Let's get James Harden in the Nets uniform, and let's see what happens. I only hope for the future. I only hope for the best of the Brooklyn Nets organization. They got Coach Steve Nash, assistant coach Mike D'Antoni, assistant coach Stoudemire. They're gonna come together, and they're gonna get these guys to play the right way, play as a team, play cohesive as a team. And the number one goal is the eye on the prize, which is the NBA championship. James Harden wants an NBA title. Kyrie Irving wants another NBA title. Kevin Durant wants another NBA title. Most importantly, the city of Brooklyn wants an NBA title. So I think these three gentlemen, these three players, and with everybody else on that team, will be able to come together and fulfill that goal of bringing an NBA championship to the Brooklyn Nets. With that said, I like to take my hat off for a moment and say thank you, Karis LeVert, for playing for the Brooklyn Nets. Even when you're hurt and you came back and you worked your butt off, I will forever miss you. You were a true Brooklyn Net, and I hope the people in the organization in Indiana treat you with the respect and love that you deserve. Jared Allen, you did really good work. You were a really good center. I appreciate your work ethic. I appreciate the numbers that you put out, the rebounds, the blocks. You were part of the team that won 6-7 straight, proving the NBA to give respect to the Brooklyn Nets, running us crew roots. You did very well as a rookie. You got thrown in a second round draft pick. You came in and you showed the world, you showed everybody why you were a true Brooklyn Net, why you were a warrior. You did what you had to do, and you played your butt off hard. So Taurean Prince, you did what you had to do too. You did well too, and stuff like that. But those three other players, Karis LeVert, Ronnie Cruz, and Jared Allen, you three are the true net players, and for that, I will always respect you guys. You guys did what y'all had to do. Y'all put Brooklyn Nets on the map, and with y'all hard work and hustle. So at the end of the day, good job, those Brooklyn Nets, and hopefully their new teams, treat them with respect and commitment. Um, my final thought is basically overall, let's get this championship, Brooklyn. Only positivity from here. Let's get this championship. We're going to do play for one thing. That's for the NBA title. Let's get one for Brooklyn. Peace. And thank you, and please subscribe. Peace. Love you, YouTubers.